afterwards. I know you don't want to do it. I fucking hardly ever want to do it. I maybe want to actually do it 5 out of 10 times. But I do
maybe
it.
less. Yeah.
But I do it. I just do it. I know what it's like to not want to do it. I get it. Shut up. I just start talking to myself. I go, come on, pussy. What are you talking about?
Do it.
If I was you, outside of you, knowing what I know, if I could read my mind, I'd be like, come on, bitch. You're just being lazy. Put your fucking shoes on. Yeah. Get a sweat going, and then you're going to feel pumped. Come on, man. You've done this a million times. And then invariably, I'll be in the middle of the workout. I'm sweating. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I get into it. It's like, you got to push past that creepy resistance.
Every time you go in the gym, every fucking speck of sweat, every speck of blood, every speck of fucking mental integrity, every single time that you come in here, you give 110%. If you're not giving 110% and you're only giving it 99, you got one more to give. If you're giving it 100%, you're not at your fucking limit because nobody tells you how much you can put in and how much you can't. So you put in 110%. So every fucking person watching can undoubtedly see you and your fucking truth and how fucking hard you work. You've been hurt too many fucking times. And I know that because of how fucking hard you work. The hardest fucking workers have been through the hardest shit. You've been through a fucking lot, and I can see that because you're my boy. And the reason that you're fucking great, and the reason that you're here right now is because all that shit, you wouldn't take any of that back, would you? Never, bro. No, that shit built me. That shit built me.
Grind.
The grind does that.
Squeezes it
That's
out.
it. You're not grinding hard enough. If you're worried about something that someone did to you years ago, you're being a pussy to yourself, man. You're not getting out there and squeezing that fucking soul out every day.
Yeah.
If you grind hard, man, I ain't got time to worry about your monkey ass. I ain't got time to worry about you, man. Because tomorrow, I got to go back to the grind. And tomorrow, I got to go back to the grind again and again and again and again. I don't have time to put you into the hate bank. There's no hate. It's all filtered out, man, through the grind. People don't get it. There's great joy in the grind. Great joy in the suffer. It totally cleanses your body out, man, of any kind of hate. Makes you grow up.
I didn't know what I really wanted until I just been pushed so hard. The COVID and school, my family, no family, not having a family. And I knew what I finally wanted. And I realized that I couldn't stop and care about small things together. I didn't really wait. I didn't want to wane no matter what. And that's drive. And that's why my YouTube channel, you know, starting off, it took me like 5 months to reach 1,000 subscribers. When I started making these videos, I lost subscribers because I had like 100 when I started. But I didn't care about that. Motivation would have stopped me right there. 5 months, no growth. Why would I continue? But no, drive. Drive got me through that plateau. Because you know what? After that 5 months, I got 1,000 subs. And then another month, I got 10,000 subs. And then 3 months after that, I got 50,000 subs. And that's what drive will get you.
Right! Oh, you're getting stronger, David. Come on, give me 3. Give me 3 like that. Make 25. You can do it. You can do it. Come on! Oh, you're getting stronger. 2 more. Congratulations. You achieved failure. Failure has been achieved. Thank God. Now, the only place to go from failure is to win. You have to achieve failure. You have to take it that far. Nobody wants to go that far. It's too scary. But you know something? I got news for you. That's where winning is. You gotta fight it. You gotta lose. I know that better than anyone. I'm too weak for glass speed. I'm not good enough. I know that much. I'm aware that I have no chance of beating you. No one needs to tell me anything like that. And yet, I must try. It's not about winning or losing. It's about me taking you on right here and right now.
I always love showing you guys this type of stuff because I really want you to know that anything you can
dream of is possible. It's not necessarily the house, but I wanted a life of friendship and fun and waking up and doing something I love every day, and that's what I get to do. Everyone talks about it in school. Like, everyone grows up saying, oh, imagine we all get a house together and we're YouTubers, but only like 0.1% of people actually do it. And it's really just about locking in and not accepting any other fate but what you want for yourself. No one sees the vision. Like, I knew it would go up and up, and I knew just be patient, and this is still just the beginning. I got a lot more dreams left to accomplish.
I ain't gonna lie, the hate gonna come. The hate, I was expecting the hate, bro, because when you doing better than niggas, niggas don't like that, bro. If you doing better than niggas, niggas don't like that, bro. Unless they know it, the hate come when niggas know that they won't there for you, bro, and they know that they don't know you or for me, and they know that you're not bringing them with you. That's when the hate comes for me.
It's just amazing to see that he's done this. It's incredible that now it's his second home. Incredibly proud of Balin and all that he's achieved and accomplished, and he just keeps doing it. And what's amazing is all of these dreams that he has had, he manifests them and he makes them happen. So now when he tells me I'm going to do this, this, and this, in my mind I'm like, okay, yeah, it's going to happen. Where in the very beginning, you know, you're of course thinking it's going to be a really hard thing to do.
A lot of you out there watching right now will then be in my shoes and be able to do the same stuff. Literally anyone can. And that doesn't necessarily have to be YouTube. That can be anything. Follow your dreams.
Get on your shit. Get your shit together, bro. I'm doing it. You can too. I want you out here with me, bro. I want to see you out here. I want to see you in them dunes right there. Pulling up, making the same motivation. You can do it. You sit on your ass right now. Been to order Uber Eats, waiting, rolling up a blunt, talking about, oh, I'm gonna make a video tomorrow when I'm ready. Oh, I'm gonna make a video when I get 10,000 subscribers. Fuck the 10,000 subscribers. Post it right now. How you gonna get there? How you gonna make this money if you don't start right now? People don't never get to see this. I know niggas back home that don't know Dubai. What the fuck is they only read about this in textbooks? I'm living shit I seen in textbooks, bruh. I never thought I've only read about this shit in textbooks in school, bro. My teacher would never think I'd be able to come out and see this shit, man. It's a blessing. It's a blessing, bro. And you guys can do that too. I promise you can. On everything I love, this shit is possible, bro.
And I'm 20 years old. We did it. It's crazy. 3 years ago, I was 17. I had no money. Got kicked out of school. Everyone called me a dropout. I've been sleeping on floors for the past 3 years of my life. And it's crazy, man. All you kids out there, you know, that have a vision and have a goal. Don't listen to anyone. Don't let anyone tell you it's not possible, because I got told it 24/7. You know, look at my life now, dude. My parents don't have to work. They work for me. I'm good friends with my idol, Yachty, that motivated me to do this. I just bought a house. I got my best friends living with me. I get to help the youth. I get to influence you guys positively. I get to make the world smile and laugh. It's amazing. I always knew it would get to this point. It's a process, and you really just got to believe in yourself and not let anyone tell you otherwise. If you know you can do it, it's possible. Anything the mind can imagine is possible. You got to be down to be up. You got to eat shit for a little bit. To the world, I was this kid living in mom and dad's house, you know, I was screwing up his life. That wouldn't be shit. Go to college, get a job, blah, blah, blah.
The fear is never reaching your potential.
That's it.
That always falling short, always quitting before you're done, always procrastinating, always not doing the right thing. And then one day you're an old man.
Yep.
And you look back and go, God, I could have been great.
Yep.
It could have been great.
But of course, there's like times where like I literally like stare at my screen and like, well, I really want to click start streaming. And it's up to you. Like mentally, you got to be able to say, okay, no, take a break. You feel what I'm saying? Go relax. Or like, no, you're just being lazy. Like, come on, bro, you're just being lazy. I've had times where I've been lazy and been like, nah. But when I do spark it, it ends up being like the craziest stream ever. Like that's the thing about streaming is like, it could be that day and you would never know like where some crazy shit would happen. Like there's always some crazy shit happening when I'm streaming.
Right. But you never know if the day that you decide, you know what, fuck it, let me not do it.
Yeah.
You might have just lost out on one of the
greatest moments. Greatest moments ever.
I never forget one time I was running by a graveyard when I was fucking just trying to become, I was fat. And I ran by a graveyard and I looked out there and I have all these epiphanies, man. I have all these fucking moments of like, it's crazy, man, of just thought. Cause I'm always by myself. I'm always in deep fucking thought about how to be better. And I look out there, I'm like, man, I wonder how many of you motherfuckers in there fucking just are so upset with how you lived your life and fucking just regret how you lived it. And I'm running a 300-pound man thinking, man, don't fucking die like this, bro. Don't die like this. So people wonder where this shit comes from me. It comes from such deep thought of trying to see what this is all about. What is this life all about? What am I all about? Why am I here? You know, I had to find purpose.
Anybody who like has blown up they can relate to when you in your grinding stage, like that hunger is different. It's about if you can maintain it or not. Like that hunger that you get is like a different type of like, I don't know what it is. Like all I wanted to do was just work. So once you get that in you, like it's just like you can't stop.
Do you still have that same hunger, you think?
100%. Yes, I don't play when it comes to like my content because people will get comfortable and things can slow down. Like I know that all this can go away like this. So I gotta keep my head focused, stay on the right path, and just execute every time.
Do you ever press start on the stream and maybe a few minutes in are like, oh, fuck this.
Yeah,
We're doing it?
Yes. I think every streamer at one point can relate to that. Like I've clicked start and be like during my intros, there's like I play an intro, like it's just me, like it's like an intro screen. And I'm like, damn, like don't want to do this right now. Like, damn.
You ever back out and like say, I'm gonna cancel?
Nah, I never do it. I just push through it. And then cause I stream for like, I stream for like 8 to 10 hours. So like when I click that start, I better be ready to lock in for 8 to 10 hours.
You don't ever cut it short?
I try not to. But when I do click start and I be like, damn, I push through and it gets to you can feel it. It gets to a point where it's like some shit happened and nothing happened. And then by the time you even know it, it's the end of the stream and you're like, yo, I'm glad. Like I feel so good that I streamed. So yeah.
It's easy to give up. You know, it's the easiest thing in the world to do. All right, man, I'm done. I ain't going. I ain't gonna keep going.
Yeah,
I don't feel like going to work.
The
I'm
one,
done.
yeah, man.
It's easy. It's very easy. But what's hard is going, yo, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I could. Nothing happened from that. I'm going to do the same thing again today, but I'm going to try to go harder. That's the hardest thing in the world. To get up every day and give 100% and be in the same position that you were each day, but mentally know that you're trying and trying and trying. That's a real grind.
That's all it is. That's my only advice. I kind of just say, live yours anytime someone asks me for some advice. It's very vague, but it's like, it goes such a long way that just, yeah, don't try and live mine. And likewise to any other like person that you see in a public eye. Yeah, don't like die trying to live someone else's life, innit? I even miss the pain. That's why I even try and tell people like, just embrace the struggle, bro. Cause one day it's going to be done. I look back on them times and actually somehow miss them still.
Hey, this what I like right here. This what I like right here. All right? You know what I'm saying? Like, just being by myself, bro. I do everything by myself. I learned how to be by myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't need people to do, you know what I'm saying, like fun like this.
The big thing for me is we're all 1% away. And that's the one thing I didn't realize when I was younger coming up. I put everybody on a fucking pedestal because of how I came up. Oh, this person's smarter than me, blah, blah, blah. You guys know the whole story. But when I sat back and I failed out of the Air Force trying to be a pararescueman, and I gained all that weight, and I was some fat-ass 300-pound pest control guy spraying for cockroaches, this is when I came up with we're only 1% away from true greatness. I'm sitting there, and I'm the same dude that I was that quit pararescue. And now I'm a 300-pound fat ass. And then 3 months later, I'm trying out to be a fucking Navy SEAL. Lost 106 pounds. So what I came up with was there's a big difference between 99% and 100. I always thought that I was giving 100%. I wasn't. But I was only 1% from making that money, from being where I want to be, from having everything in life that I've ever dreamed of. But it's that 1% that we sleep on. It's that 1% that we wake up in that morning and we're like, you know what? Not today. Maybe tomorrow. Well, guess what? That's why it's so easy to be great nowadays, because most motherfuckers are weak. For real. And if all you do is when you are trying to hit that motherfucking snooze button on life, not in the morning, on life, just know this. All the fuck it takes is thinking about all those weak motherfuckers who are taking a day off. And trust me, you will come up real fast. Like I say, it's easy to be great nowadays because motherfuckers are just weak, very soft.
go out of your comfort zone and do things everybody say you can do it. I think that's the difference, and in belief and in whatever you want to do. I think what happened with me is nobody believes in me before, because I'm too short for that weight classes and what this and that.
Skinny, short,
and I showed them what person can accomplish with
those 3 jobs.
Sells ice creams.
When you were 17.
With that,
Wow.
I helped my dad, my bro, and 2 of my brothers.
Wow.
So then go to train and
selling ice cream.
Yeah.
Because you dropped out of school, high school, correct?
Yeah, when I was 15 years old.
Right. You didn't like school.
I didn't. I didn't.
I
But maybe if I have a different life and different positions, maybe I do like the school, but for me it was different.
Yeah. Did you ever doubt yourself growing up?
Never.
Like self-doubt?
Never.
Insecurities?
Never in my life.
How did you learn that though?
I don't know.
Many people in the world are insecure about who they are, right? They doubt.
I never doubt about myself.
Was that
Never.
your parents, or your grandmother, or
No, I don't know.
did they teach you how to believe
I don't
in
know.
yourself?
My mentality is always like, I don't care who is there. I'm gonna achieve my goals no matter what. So, and I started professional boxing when I was 15 years old. So sometimes my trainers saw the opponent and say, "Hey, he's too strong and he's 30 years old," and I don't care. I don't really care. And then 2 rounds and that.
And you knock them out, yeah.
The only thing I can say to them, like if
you're 15 in front of you,
I have my son and say, you can do whatever you want. It's just you need to be able to sacrifices, discipline, and hard work.
Yes,
and have a good mentality, because if you have that three things: discipline, sacrifices, and
hard work.
But if you don't have that mentality, it's gonna be very difficult.
You know, some of y'all are motivated by broke. I'm broke, I'm stuck, I'm fucked up, I can't do nothing. Some of y'all are motivated by just wanting to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. Other folks are motivated by materialistic things. It's a very simple concept. If you want it, you gotta go get it.
I'm able to just extract dopamine, the good dopamine, whenever I want. Man, I've trained 99% of my life alone. No one pat me on the back. I did all of the work alone. And while I'm still hard on myself, I know what I did. So whenever times get bad for people, all this, who's gonna carry the boats and law? That's real. I hate that people know me for that guy, because that guy is not every fucking day. Like when they see me, they want that energy. That's not me every day. I can extract it immediately when I need to, because when you train alone, and I lived alone for so many years in this misery, and you're able to get out by yourself, I can take myself to such a level of real passion and purpose. And like the feeling I get is something I can't even explain by myself. I don't need anyone. That's why people come to me to motivate them. No one can motivate me.
The bottom line is no one's coming. No one. No one's coming to push you. No one's coming to tell you to turn the TV off. No one's coming to tell you to get out the door and exercise. Nobody's coming to tell you to apply for that job that you've always dreamt about. Nobody's coming to write the business plan for you. It's up to you. And because you're only ever going to do the things that you feel like doing right now, or that feel good right now, unless you understand that you've got to parent yourself, you got to push yourself. you're not going to make your dreams come true. You're just not. We're not wired that way. You weren't born that way. You weren't that way when you were growing up, and you're certainly not that way as an adult.
It's time to stay focused. It's time to decide, fuck clubs, fuck partying, fuck trying to fit in and socialize, rub elbows with everybody so people can stop calling you weird. Why are you so antisocial? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you staying on the basketball court so much? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you out there practicing in the hot sun when ain't nobody else out there? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you not clubbing? Like every time I text you and invite you to go do something fun and cool, you always study it. Because I'm trying to get it. Let me tell you something, homie. These women ain't going nowhere. These clubs, these parties, all this shit ain't going nowhere. The more weird you are is a reflection of how committed you are to focusing on your shit, molding and shaping and developing your ideas and your craft so that when it's time for you to make your rounds, you gonna fly. Stop running around here trying to live up to the hype, homie. You ain't got it. You ain't got it. Stop front. And I'm not coming at y'all on any other level but keeping it real. The life that I live, I deserve this life because I worked my ass off to get it. Y'all out here running around creating this smoke on the brink of destruction, and it's all self-inflicted. You did it to yourself. Trying to live up to the hype and create the smoke that you're doing. You ain't doing it. You still got work to do. Stay on that basketball court. Stay on that football field. Fuck all the homies texting and calling and trying to make you feel bad about being so focused. It's grind season, homie. It's not about today. It's about the future. You do the work now.
And I promise you, every single person who wants to do something with their life and has done something with their life has gone through the exact chapter that you're going through. And it's the lonely chapter. It's the chapter where you don't fit in with your own friends, but you don't have the outcomes yet to fit into a new group of friends. And you're doing this thing, you're consuming content on the internet, you're doing these free tutorials online to try and figure out how to set up a podcast and where do I host this thing? And then and you're going through this and you're like, is this even worth it? Because you have no signs of success, right? But if there's anything that you can take away from what we're saying right now is that the sign of success is the hate that you get along the way. And what you can't do is bend the knee to their hate and fit back into the conformity because it's comfortable and it's warm. Because like in the Matrix, when Trinity opens the door, when Neo's about to go take the red pill and he wants to get out of the car, she says, Neo, you've been down that road and you know exactly where it leads. And I know that's not where you want to be. And then he closes the door. Like right now, this moment that you're going through is Trinity opening the door and being like, you could go back. But then you'd have to remember exactly what the reason was that you decided not to go out to begin with, just because you listen to this podcast and you consume this content. And you're like, I could fucking do more than this. Like, because you are starting to live in some of that hell where you look in the mirror and you're like, I can do more. And you start to see the person that you could be. And you're like, this does start to feel like hell.
So whenever shit gets nasty, David Goggins goes, you had nobody anyway, motherfucker. So see how I'm talking myself right now? That's me. That shit fires me the fuck up. That shit makes me fucking nuts. You had nobody anyway, motherfucker. Look around you. There was no fucking team. It was you. There was no weight loss program or mom and dad waking you up saying you can do it, you can be better, trying to build belief. You built belief when you had nothing. Rock bottom. You did that. So as times get hard for me, the truth comes out. And my truth is powerful as fuck. It's real. It's tangible. Feel it. It comes out of my brain as I speak about it. I'm reliving every single dark moment of my life to be here. So that is what people don't get. That is what motivates David Goggins, is the unseen work. But everybody needs that pat on the back. They need that training partner. They need that accountability coach. I don't need that shit. And neither do they. But it's what we've trained ourselves to believe that we need. If you want to be great, want to be baddest motherfucker ever at what you do, you're going to be misunderstood by everybody because you're going to be so fucking obsessed and so driven to get there. And that's what it takes.
That's the truth.
It takes every second of your fucking life. Anybody says balance? Yeah, balance is important for a lot of fucking people. It is. But if you want to fucking go to that edge where people do not like you, don't understand you, question everything you fucking do, you've arrived. When you are misunderstood to the point where fucking people think you're psycho and you're nuts and you're this and that, why are you in the fucking gym at 1 o'clock in the fucking morning? You just got to doing an op for fucking 13, 14 hours after Ranger school, man, at the gym. What is wrong? You will never understand what is wrong with me. And that's why I'm so fucking glad you don't, because I'm in the right fucking spot. When people don't understand you anymore, you're in that spot of obsession and drive. Where people are like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I don't want to talk to you, man, because you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it.
Boom.
Don't want you to get it.
Yeah.
Don't want you to get it.
People only root for people who don't need it. Like the amount of times when I was on my lonely path where I was too different from the friends that I had, but not successful enough to be friends with the people that I wanted to be friends with. That's when you want people to root for you. That's when you want people to support you. Once you've already won, people are like, he's amazing. He's so good. But like, that's the time when you need it the least. And so you always have to be the person who roots for you before everyone else does. And it's usually a single clap in the auditorium for a very long period of time. It is a slow clap that's just you rooting for you. And that visual, I think, is one that you can kind of take because it is. People struggle to do things alone. And the path of the exceptional person is one of an exception, which means that you are not with other people. And rather than fighting that or bemoaning it, see it as an indicator that you're on the right path. Because if everyone else were cheering you on, then it means you're not in the right place because it means you're just like everyone else and that's not where you want to be.
The one thing that made me who I am today is being vulnerable. It's breaking myself down to the absolute rock bottom and being able to tell people who I am. And that's how I fixed it. Literally, life created this person, me. Life created me to be this fucked up person that I was back in the day. And I had to realize, man, that's okay, man. It's not my fault. Now I gotta go back and fix this shit, though.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of this isn't your fault, why you do some things you do, why you feel the way you feel. But no one's coming back to save your ass. You have to go back to where the shit started, wherever that place is for everybody, and have the courage to go back there and start fixing what broke you.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward, how much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
This is all about the quitting mind. So what's the quitting mind? So let's say it's day one of a job interview. We all know what that fucking shit feels like. You have your clothes laid out. You got your fucking food ready to go in the morning. You've been preparing for weeks and weeks and weeks. You show up and you bring your best self. You get the fucking job. Merry fucking Christmas. All right. After a couple months, you start showing up to work a little later. You don't look as good. Your clothes aren't fucking laid out. Your breakfast isn't ready. Your mind's getting softer. We'll do that shit to everything in life. When New Year's coming up, guess what? You don't have a fucking quitting mind. Repetition every day. Stay hard.
Your missus says stay in bed. It's comfy,
That's
it's
it.
cozy.
That's
You've got
it.
work later on. You had an argument last night. You're slightly
it.
hungover.
Because I know every motherfucker ain't going to do what I'm going to do. So this is how you level up. That's how you level up. I know there's a whole bunch of people with that right there. That fires me up. That makes me fucking happy, what you just said. That brings joy to my life right there.
Why?
Because I know there's so many people that have the ability and just refuse to get off that couch, refuse to study a few more hours, refuse to go deeper, to go further. And that's where I gain the advantage. It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak. Most people don't want to go to that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks. It's miserable. It's lonely. You talk about that you were kind of, lonely by yourself. I was the same way.
Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you got to be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers and saying, you want to be because of this.
It's okay. You made this much money. Get back to fucking work. It's time to get back to work. Stop hearing yourself talk. Get off the podcast. Don't be on social media too much. Cut out all the fucking noise. Get back to the fucking mental lab, because that's where the knowledge came from. So for me, I must cap myself so I can come back with better, more unique knowledge versus the all that cookie cutter knowledge that's out there. That's why people buy the books I have, because it's not cookie cutter.
Well, I don't think that we should be together. And I've thought about it a lot, and this is what's going to happen. Okay, I'm going to keep pursuing what I'm pursuing. And because I'm doing that, it's going to take up more and more of my time, and I'm not going to be able to spend as much time with you. And even when I do spend time with you, I'm going to be thinking about drumming. And I'm going to be thinking about jazz music and my charts and all that. And because of that, you're going to start to resent me. And you're going to tell me to ease up on the drumming, spend more time with you because you're not feeling important. And I'm not going to be able to do that because I want to be great.
And you're not.
I want to be one of the greats.
And then just work like hell. I mean, you just have to put in, 80 to 100-hour weeks every week. All those things improve the odds of success. Right. I mean, if other people are putting in 40-hour work weeks and you're putting in 100-hour work weeks, then even if you're doing the same thing, you know that you will achieve in 4 months what it takes them a year to achieve.
Get back to fucking work. It's time to get back to work. Stop hearing yourself talk. Get off the podcast. Don't be on social media too much. Cut out all the fucking noise. Get back to the fucking mental lab, because that's where the knowledge came from.
If you don't want, okay, leave. You want to become best. You want to become champion. And now you want to say like you're tired. Who cares? You're tired or not? Nobody cares about it. Even you, if you're going to watch fight, you just watch fight. You don't know what happened behind the scenes. Yeah. Nobody cares about this. Yeah. He was tired. He had personal problem, family. Nobody cares. Without you or with you, there is always going to be champions. With your name, this is your choice. You want to put your name there? Okay, work hard. No? Bye-bye. Yeah.
Be the guy who embraces the ugly, the miserable. Be the guy who embraces hard work, the grind. Don't be afraid of being hurt. Don't be afraid of sacrificing some blood.
Put some pressure on yourself. Get out here and get about it. If you stay in your comfort zone, that's where you will fail. You got to get real doggish. You got to get downright funky if you want to make it. If you want to be ordinary, you ain't even got to listen to me. Just go on about your business. If you think ordinary's cool, ain't no problem. But if you are sitting in this room and you have extraordinary aspirations, then you're going to have to do extra. You have to decide if you are willing to do the things to put you in that category. Rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. That's a third of your life. It ain't but 24 hours in a day. You cannot be sleep 8 hours a day. You can't live in LA and wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 11 o'clock on the East Coast. The stock market been open 2 hours. They already making decisions about your life, and your ass was asleep.
If you dedicate your time and your focus, like realistically, with a professional, disciplined effort to creativity, you show up every day like a professional, but you show up to be creative. If you just do it on a regular basis, ideas will come to you. So every day, at the same time, You sit down in front of your keyboard and you start working and just put in the work and force yourself to do it. You force it like a muscle, like the same muscle that you develop when you go running every day. And then you get to the point where like 7 days in, you start fucking feeling good running.
Right. Right. So you start to feel like you're good at it.
You start feeling like you're getting better.
Yeah.
I just asked Bud the exact same question, but I'm curious for you. Do you view this season as a failure?
Do you get the promotion every year on your job? No, right? So every year you work is a failure. Yes or no? No. Every year you work towards something, towards a goal, right? Which is to get a promotion, to be able to take care of your family, to be able, I don't know, provide the house for them or take care of your parents. You work towards a goal. It's not a failure. It's steps to success. Michael Jordan played 15 years, won 6 championships. The other 9 years was a failure. That's what you're telling me. No, it was not. It was steps to it, and we were able to win one. Hopefully we can win another one.
I have failed far more times than I've succeeded. You will never succeed more than you fail. That's not how it works. You know why? Because failure is a wonderful teacher. It's the only way to learn. You have to fail. Failure is a part of the process to becoming successful. I tell people this all the time. Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player in the world, he took 946 game-winning shots. He has only made 146 of those. He has missed over 700 times, but he has made 146. You know what they write about? When you make it. They write about when you make it. So guess what? When you get through failing, all you got to do is make one.
How would you recommend moving past this failure? What would you have done if your SEAL career ended with a mistake?
Well, if my SEAL career had ended with a mistake, I would have figured out what my next mission was going to be. That's what I would have done. I mean, I would have said, okay, I like that job. I failed at it. What can I learn from that? And what can I do next differently to make sure I don't make that mistake again? I'm going to learn from the past, but I'm not going to dwell on it. There's no point in dwelling on it. The only point in dwelling on it is to learn from it. So that's what I would do here. And then I would take what I learned from my experiences of where I failed. And I would also take the positive things that I learned, because even that failure is a positive. Even that failure is a positive, because you realize the value of the opportunity that you had, and you blew it, and you're like, okay, I'm never going to let that happen again. Lesson learned. I'm actually stoked I get to learn that lesson, because there's going to be more opportunities that come up in life. And you got to make sure that you don't disregard those opportunities when they come up. So I would have taken those lessons learned, take that failure and turn it into something positive, and made good things happen when I figured out what my new mission and new career was going to be.
I would like to know, when you're in that moment failing and you have to keep going, what do you say to yourself?
What if? A lot of times I'll be in a 200-mile run or something like that, and I'm all jacked up. Body's broken, mind's broken, spirit's broken. I start to say, what if I can pull this off? When I first walked into the Navy SEAL recruiter's office, he looked at me and said, there's only been 35 African Americans in 70 years make it through. You know what I said to myself? What if I can be the 36th? It's the what if I can pull off a fucking miracle. What if I can become someone that no one thinks I can be? And just me talking about that, I have the hair going up on my arms, because it makes me just like, what if I can be that guy? I'm speaking at Tom Ferry's fucking event.
I've had in my career, I've been to over 200 pitch meetings, pitch ideas in Hollywood. Out of those 200, they have picked 5 of them. 200 meetings, 200 show ideas. They've picked 5 of them. But you know what them 5 was? Hits. In 33 years, 5 ideas got picked. All I need is 5 hits. That's all. So when you fail, it's a part of the process. Keep going. You're supposed to fail. Shit, who you know that gets it right all the time? That's impossible. You have to fail. Matter of fact, when you fail, be glad about it. Every time you fail, you one step closer. So every time you fail, say, whew, got that out the way. Go to the next one. Fail again. Okay, I got 2 out the way. What's going to happen is if you just keep swinging, you're going to get a hit. A baseball player gets paid millions and millions of dollars for a 300 batting average. That means out of every 10 times he goes to the plate, he only hits the ball 3 times. They're millionaires. They only hit it 3 times.
You will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. I was a 1.8 GPA one semester, and the university very politely suggested that it might be better to take some time off. I was 20 years old. I was at my lowest point. But here's the thing. I didn't quit. I didn't fall back. But I continued to fail and fail and fail. But it didn't matter because you know what? There's an old saying, you hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later you're going to get a haircut. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break. Last year, I did a play called Fences on Broadway. It was at the same theater that I failed that first audition 30 years prior. The point is, every graduate here today has the training and the talent to succeed. But do you have the guts to fail? If you don't fail, you're not even trying. Never be discouraged. Never hold back. Give everything you got. And when you fall throughout life, remember this. Fall forward.
Taking this shit one day at a time, man. Day by day, man. Building this brick by brick. I'm trying to tell them, but this type of shit don't happen overnight, bro. Never do. Never will. You know how lucky you gonna get this shit happen overnight for you, bro? Just like this right here was not built overnight, bro. Took us years to get where we at. And we still got a long way to go.
This has been the hardest thing of my life, and I'm glad I did it. I challenged myself. I said I was going to do something. We said we was going to do something, and we did it. We did it. We did it, bro. We did it. We said we going to do it. This is hard work. Chad, I got to say, bro, Chad, I'm tired, bro. I'm going to keep saying it over and over. I'm tired, bro. I don't care. I don't care. Never get tired, bro. Never get tired, Chad. Never, ever. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. Y'all seen it happen here first. Word to my mother, you seen it happen here. Day first.
Like, this how I want to, you know what I'm saying? This is real motivational for me and the fellas. Like, I always wanted to just like live a stress-free life, bro. Like, be able to own my house, own my car. Like, nobody telling me when to wake up. Nobody telling me where to be. Man, look, focus on yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody going to take care of you like you going to take care of you. You know what I'm saying? You the only one who got your heart, your mind type shit.
Bro, you don't care about none of this, the revenue or anything. It's like you want to be the first to be something and do something and set boundaries. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that you can even do that and stick to it and not even break and just, if anything goes wrong, back to it, not giving up, it just shows the work ethic is crazy. I've never seen nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure Twitch hasn't even seen anything like that.
His mind, though, like, I worked hard for this right here. Like, it wasn't even no plan B for me, man. It was no plan B. It was straight. Either I get right with this YouTube shit, either I'm successful with this YouTube shit, or it's over with, nigga. You're done. Homeless. All right, maybe I wasn't gonna be homeless. My mama wouldn't let me stay on her couch. But still, like, come on, bro. Like, that is so crazy to me, man.
You can do it. Once you really put your mind to whatever you got going on and you really want to get something done, it's you versus you. So you say you want to get it done, it's huge. So because once you get it done, it's like, damn, like I really said I was going to do it and I did it no matter what. And making sacrifices, you know, I sacrificed my time. I sacrifice, you know, not being able to talk to people and just not in my privacy just for this.
Well, you know where I'm from, bro. Like, do you really know where the fuck I'm from? Like where I came from, bro. Like, it was a point in time I had to warm up water in a microwave to wash my face. I had to leave the stove open overnight to get some heat. I swear to God, this shit crazy as hell, bro. Look at this shit, man. Look at all this shit.
Wake up in mornings tired, go in my closet, and just think like, dang, is this ever going to be over? Or like, dang, is this something I really want to do? Or can I even complete it? But after I've came to a realization that that's the main point of it. That's one of the major points of it. And which is like, bro, it's going to be trials and tribulations where it's going to test you to stop right here. And what's going to separate you from everybody else is will you keep going or will you just stop?
So like the grind is really what's going to be hard though, because everybody get comfortable, everybody be doing this, everybody be doing that. And the way I be thinking is that if I'm taking any breaks, there's somebody out there right now that's literally grinding his ass off and is going to blow up anytime now. And he or she is dead at like working her or his ass off.
Everybody in my city want to do the same thing, bro. And somebody watching this video, boy, I know a lot of y'all watching this video know exactly what I'm talking about. You feel me? Like, everybody don't want to do nothing except go to the club, go party all the time, bro. You feel me? Like they want to go to the club, bro. They want to go to the strip club. They want to smoke all day, every day. They don't want to do nothing but smoke all day, every day. They want to drink. They want to go to the club. They want to smoke. They want to drink. Hey, bro, let's go to the club, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's go in on a bottle, bro. Let's go in on a... No! I don't... It's lame. That's lame, bro. That's lame, bro. No offense, who smoke and drink. But, bro, if you smoke and drink every single day, every single night, all week, 24/7, bro, you are lame. Like, bro, I want to go snowboarding, bro. I want to go ATV, four-wheeler riding. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I go horseback riding, bro, before I go to the club every single weekend for the rest of my life, bro.
I wasn't on pace to beat it. There was times where the chat would be telling me hey, change the time to this, change the time to that, add more time. There were times in the chat where I asked the chat, yo, y'all think we gonna hit the record? And everybody would say no. There was times where I went into other streamers' chats and they would ask, yo, is Kyle on pace to beat the record? And, you know, chat would say no. And, you know, of course that like had me thinking mentally, yo, what if I did all this and I didn't even break it? I knew that it was gonna be possible. I knew that they could do it. And they executed.
When you're back against the wall, you heard me? Your back is against the wall, you know, and you achieve, you know what I'm saying, shit only you dreamed of. You heard me? Only that you imagined. Only that was in your thoughts, in your deep thoughts. You heard me? Like, when you achieve that you set out to achieve, and more, and more.
Just enjoy the moment, man. Enjoy this moment and live it up, man. Live it up. Just know that you're doing great, man. You're really doing great, and I'm proud of you, bro. You know? I'm sure I'm speaking for a lot of other people too.
Hopefully, if y'all see this right here, you know what I'm saying, it'll encourage and motivate y'all boys to really goddamn stop playing. Stop playing. Cause you know what you need to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're doing, I don't care if you're selling crayons. You know you need to go a little harder than what you're going to get where you want to go. So
We at the end. We at the finish line. We are at the finish line. Put your mind on something, you can do it, bro. Y'all be healthy. Y'all be safe. Y'all take care of yourselves, bro.
You know, I believe in the law of attraction. You know, I'm going to believe that I'm going to be better than him. It's something that it's like an internal belief. So I just feel it in my whole being that I'm the best fighter on the planet. I honestly have convinced myself that I'm not designed to lose. Power of the mind. And I believe that that you can speak things into existence. And I believe that when you know where you're going and you know what you want, the universe has a way of stepping aside for you.
Do you meditate, John?
I used to meditate a lot. Now I'm more big into visualization.
When did you used to meditate?
Right around 2010, 2011. I went through this huge spiritual thing where I became obsessed with the power of the mind, and I got into it deep, like really deep, just meditation, visualization, and just realizing how powerful our minds actually are, like how we really do paint our world with our thoughts and our level of self-belief. And right around 2010, I just took myself to this different mental level. So I took myself from being very average-minded to actually believing that I was the shit and believing that I could be the shit and that I could be the GOAT and be the greatest and never lose. And Like I took myself to a different place mentally, and a lot of it came from mental practice and meditation and visualization and just seeking knowledge from people who are strong believers, guys like Les Brown and Tony Robbins and guys like that. I just became really obsessed with just learning about the power of the mind. So I used to meditate. Now I just kind of, I have a lot of things that stuck with me, a lot of ways of believing that stuck with me that just subconsciously I know who I am, what I'm capable of, and how I believe, and how powerful my mind actually is. I honestly believe that I was born to fight. I really believe it in my whole heart. You know, some people think that's silly. But I think a lot of great athletes, people who are really good at what they do, it's more than just what they can do in the gym. It's something that starts way before they're known in the arenas. It's something that it's like an internal belief. Wrong, I have the worst anxiety. I get very nervous, but I owe it to myself to not be afraid. And when you believe that you're gifted outside of just the hard work, then it's just like, bro, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna roll the dice. Yeah, he might be a better wrestler than me, but you know, like I said, you gotta have confidence in yourself. So even if politically he had a better career than me, I'm gonna believe that I'm gonna be better than him. So it's the power of the mind, and I believe that I'm gonna stuff his takedowns. And if he does take me down, I believe that I'll be amazing on my back. It's just gotta think for the best, and train for the worst.
What do you think the sport's going to be, when UFC 200 rolls around? And where do you think you're going to be 9 years from now, 10 years from now?
I'm hoping to be a champion.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep the fans excited. The UFC is growing, and it's just a tremendous thing to be a part of. It's changed my life, and I embrace what it is to the fullest. I'm just excited to be a part of it. I have a lot of pride in it.
So with Rampage Jackson, I kept having these nightmares that I would get knocked out. And no matter how the fight played out, I would always get knocked out. And it was always within the first 30 seconds of the fight. So, one scenario I'd run out, he'd run at me, swing a huge overhand right. The other, he would throw a right uppercut. And then another dream, it was a left hook. And I couldn't avoid this inevitable knockout that I was going to experience in the first round. So I call those red zone thoughts, and I actually learned that from Rashad Evans. When you have a negative thought, immediately cancel it with a positive thought. Instead of thinking of somebody beating your ass, think of yourself exhausted, you're winning, fight's almost over. Sure. Just think something positive. And I just couldn't avoid these images and actual nightmares of Rampage Jackson knocking me out. So on fight night, I felt like I was going to get knocked out. And I was getting these signals from a higher power that, like, John, this is going to happen to you tonight. And I couldn't avoid it. So I just had this super deep prayer where I got down on my knees and I touched my body from my head to my toe for the first time. And I prayed this prayer asking God to just give me the supernatural, like, reaction abilities, speed, flexibility, awareness. And as I was praying this prayer and touching myself and rubbing myself and meaning every ounce of this, thinking my life is on the line, I noticed, looking at myself, that I was covered in feathers. I was covered in white feathers.
Like a hallucination?
It wasn't a hallucination, man. It was
real as fuck to you.
It was very real to me. It was very real to me. I could see myself covered in, like, there was like small feathers in between my fingers, and I was covered in feathers, and they came up like to my neck, and my face was still like normal, not in feathers, but my hands and feet were covered. And I felt like I was like this fighting thing that wasn't earthly, almost. And I felt this surge of energy, power, flexibility, mental acuity and awareness and sharpness that I had never experienced before. And I jumped off my knees and landed on both feet immediately. And I was just like, woo, woo. And I was just, when he's like, my coach was just looking at me like they could feel like, okay, he is pumped up. And Coach Winkle John's like, let's hit. And immediately I kicked the pad and it was like, boom. And it was like, whoa. And my kicks were lightning fast and I didn't need to stretch anymore. I didn't need to warm up my lungs anymore. My kicks were going up high. I was jumping higher. I was kicking faster and higher. It was an unbelievable experience. And I actually was able to hang on to this feeling and this illusion of myself being in this alter ego all the way through the cage, all the way through my walk to the cage. And And I felt like in that Rampage Jackson fight, I walked into that fight as this Featherman for the first time. And my idea to crawl towards him was the only thing that had it happen in all my nightmares, right? Because in every fight, I started on my feet. So something just said, get on your knees and crawl up to him. And then automatically the dream voids itself. Now, to this day, I say that same kind of prayer over myself, and I believe that it transformed into something.
When you were in that fight, was time slowed down for you? Where you were kind of like
things weren't slowed down, but you get to this belief place that you are more than human at the moment, and then you believe that things, as far as just on every realm, are not designed to go against you at this moment. This is cool. You're actually living in your actual purpose at this moment. This was exactly what you're designed and born to be doing. This is your mark. And at this moment, I'm being used by my higher power to like
fuck shit up.
Pretty much.
Yeah, dude.
Pretty much.
A lot of people were surprised when they found out that you've been signing your name as Champ 2011. How did that come about?
I believe in the law of attraction, and I believe that that you can speak things into existence. And I believe that when you know where you're going and you know what you want, the universe has a way of stepping aside for you. And me finding my signature with Champion 2011 on it, it can't hurt me. It can't hurt me. It could only help me to believe it even more. So yeah, I mean, it works for me.
There's been this unrelenting voice in my head. We all have this voice. It's the right or wrong voice. And a lot of times that voice guides us into comfort. And my voice guided me into comfort a lot. But I had this other voice I heard my whole life saying, hey, motherfucker, what are you doing? No, man, we got to go over here. We got to go over here to that rock pile over in the fucking corner where nobody's at. That's where victory's at. We're over in that corner. So this voice was giving me all these answers. Now, I wasn't a real smart kid growing up, but I had this crazy voice in my head saying, over there is where the fucking answers are. And I didn't want to listen to it because over there was pain. Over there was me looking in the mirror. Over there was me being accountable for all these things I went through my life. Even though people put them on me, it's now mine to own. And I didn't want to go over there by myself, but I had to. And this voice was guiding me there. It's God, whatever you want to call it. But that's what it was in me. Life is one big psychological warfare that you play on yourself. You play on yourself, man. The most important conversation I ever had is with myself. And the shit I was telling myself was so fucked up. It was so wrong. It was so misguided. And other people start to write that dialogue for you also. And it starts to be what you say to yourself every single day. And I started creating a whole nother warfare. A whole nother battle started becoming. I was like, oh, hang on a second, guys. You have these tools. You have these tools. Your life was basically the perfect grounds for training for where you need to go in your life. All the beatings, all the bullying, all the, you going through learning disabilities, all the struggles. It was the absolute perfect training ground for you to go to where you need to go. And that's how I started looking at my life versus woe is me, poopy pants, kick a rock down the street mentality. It was, no, God just hooked you right the fuck up. He hooked you right up, man, with the perfect place. You were training. You have the advantage of everybody else versus, my God, they're so above me. They came from a great family. Mom and dad love them. They didn't have to learn. They didn't start. They didn't struggle. No, man, your struggle is what made you who you are now. Self-discipline is everything. And if you don't have it, I don't look at you right because I know you're capable of more. It's not discipline so much for me. It's all on you. It's all on you. The self part is what's big. We need someone to hold people accountable. Fuck that shit, man. Fuck that shit. We count on people too much to get us through shit. And we look to our right, we look to our left, we're looking for help. And if you can build that self, you can build that total accountability in oneself. And it's not about being selfish. I'm trying to create a better me. So hopefully people who are hearing this are taking it the right way, can say, I can run a mile. It ain't about running 205 fucking miles, doing 4,000, being a city. It ain't about all that shit. Shit doesn't matter. I want you to see how fucking far you can go. And that's all it's about, yourself. And that's where it all comes from. No one's going to fucking come to help me. No one's going to fucking come to help me. It's fucking me against me, period. And so I had to man up. And I said, the first thing I got to start doing is facing every fucking fear I have, no matter what the fuck it is, man. And these things would keep me up at night. No one, people who are hearing this shit, they will never really understand and grasp when you face these things and so many things, how they keep you up and haunt you at night. I had two options: to either be that 300-pound guy who sprayed for cockroaches and made $1,000 a month, and at 24 years old, knowing when I'm 50 fucking years old, I can reflect on this and think about what guy I never became, or I can totally just sack it up and fail and fail and fail until I succeed. So I started calling recruiters up. I said, I'm gonna go be a fucking Navy SEAL. Most people are missing something because they don't know who they are. They never examine themselves. They've never done this experiment on themselves. The lab rat, we're all lab rats, but you're also the scientist. You create your own self. Most people are missing something because there's so much trapped in there. I don't even want to say potential. I think that's word is used out too much too. There's so much in you that God or whatever the hell you believe in, or if you're atheist, in you that you have not unlocked. God, I feel like I'm missing something. Yeah, because it's about 75% of you is still fucking in there, still chained up because you just didn't want to find your willpower. Didn't want to find your soul, your will, your heart, your determination, your guts, your courage. And what that looks like, it looks scary. Like your little scary lab I went in. Scary. To wake up every day and say, I'm stupid, but I want to figure out a way to be smarter. Versus saying, man, I just can't do that. So you limit this box. So your box becomes so small of things you can do. My box wasn't even a box. It was a fucking little pinhole. And then through examining myself, getting some willpower, some courage, it became bigger than this table. But that's what we all do. That's why I wanted to come here today and talk to you about real shit. Not no fucking like hacks. There's no hacks, bro. It's you against you. You against you. And if you misunderstand that, you have a real problem. Real problem. I can understand you misunderstand me running down the street, shirt off, fuck this, no, yeah. I can get it. I get it. If you misunderstand what I'm saying right now today, the problem is you. And you don't want to fix it. It developed a lot of anger, and I still have it. And it will never go away. Because when you put yourself in the sewer like I was in, and please, if someone saved me, come out and announce it to the world. There's no one. There's no one. So when you know that, and then I'm sitting at a table with all these smart people who are telling me what to do and shit and guiding me through my life now, I don't need you to guide my future. I know what's good for me and what's bad for me. And for me, it took every bit of focus I could. And I know social media, that's why people love to go on there, because they want to show you the good side of life. I'm not teaching good side of life. So I had to figure out a way when I came on in 2016 of teaching you what life really is for the majority of us is hell. And so while people love to show you the cars and the house and the vacations and shit, all that's good. All that's happy. I'm going to show you the side that I know most of you are going through. And people hide very well. I don't want to hide anymore. I hid for 24 fucking years. I'm going to teach you how to be vulnerable. Because that's the only way you fix yourself. You don't fix yourself by coming out here and me selling you some fucking books. That's why I don't have them. I forgot them. I'm glad people got something from the book. I want you to learn that the only way you grow is how to look at yourself and say, okay, like I did, what the fuck I have to do to get some? There was nothing good on there. Nothing. Yeah, I love playing basketball. I left that out. That's something I love to do. I don't care about that. That didn't make the fucking list. Because the list that I had to live by was the very list that was to get me at this table with you. And a lot of us have this voice in our head. We all know that voice in our head that tells us the truth every single day that we try to run away from, that says we're scared of this, let's go this way. It started gnawing at me so horribly bad that it wouldn't allow me to live anymore without facing me. I had to go back in the dungeon. So when I tell my story, I tell on a very surface level. I had to go down in the dungeon, the sewer where my mind used to be at, and talk to that guy. Because I wanted to live my life in a way that when I died, I was proud of myself. I know what pride felt like. And if it took pushing myself to death, I was willing to do that. But I want to look in that mirror, not impress anybody, not money, not fame, not nothing. I wanted to impress the guy in the daggone mirror. And I worked endlessly and tirelessly to do that. And it happened. It's too hard. Life isn't fair. These things in life are not easy for me. You look to your left and you look to your right and you start to judge yourself off other people. Like if you're a female, well, she's skinny and she doesn't work out as hard as I do. And everything starts to corrupt your mind. You start to look around too much at other people and what they're doing. And that starts to corrupt your own dialogue. We are judging ourselves against too many fucking people. You have to judge yourself against yourself. And that's the one thing I started learning, man. This isn't a race against me and Rich Roll. This is a race against David Goggins and David Goggins alone. And once you can silence all that bullshit, all the outside interference and things that are attracting your mind to everything, you can then start to grow and realizing I'm stressed out for no reason. This is my own little race. This is my own timeline. And this is how I'm going to run it. You're willing to suffer and go back in the grind. That internal dialogue you have with yourself when you're in misery and you're uncomfortable, it's a real, scary, unfiltered, no lying dialogue between you and yourself. And people know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about when you're in a bad spot in life and your mind is saying all kind of shit. That's who you really are. That's the real you. No Rocky Balboa moments going on up there. Like, hey, you know, it's round 14. Let's come on. We got this. No, it's like, fuck this. I'm out of here, man. It's crazy. That's where the growth happens. When you're able to stay in that moment and talk yourself back into the suck of wherever you're going through, and you start stripping those layers away. But as you're stripping those layers away, you're building calluses over top of shit in your mind. That's where the growth starts to happen, is when you have to force yourself to stay in it. You can't leave it. Every day is going to suck. And live like that to be better. And I put it this way, I'm in the water. The water is going on my head. The Pacific Ocean, you know, it's freezing. February, cold as shit. Been through 3 hell weeks. For you to constantly win, when this voice over here, the real you, is saying, get the fuck out of here. Go. You're nobody. You've always been nobody. And it's true. People don't hear that. That's a true voice. That's the real reality of David Goggins at 24 years old. It's not a false reality. And then you had to create another voice over here that is saying you're better than that other. And you're in the freezing cold water that both voices don't want to fucking be in. But you win. And it goes from the water to the studying, to the running, to the losing weight, to how you eat, to how you function as a man. Every day of your life, you're winning these battles. And the thing about it is, you have to be really, and sometimes all the voices are telling you the wrong shit, man. But through years, not a podcast or listening to a book or reading a book, years of sacrifice, of suffering, of diligent, pinpoint fucking work on what you want to do for yourself. Not like, oh, let me just do a bunch of shit. I want to be in every task possible. No. Pinpoint what I want to do with my life. What happens is you have all these voices that are telling you you're fucked up and this is going to be hard. But for some reason, you put so much practice into you that you can ignore every one of them that are telling you you're not going to fucking make it and still be able to fucking make it. Because you have put the practice in that you know this is the process. It's such a daunting task that all the voices are saying no. but you still had the conviction that I know I can do this. And that's what it took for me to get here 30 years ago, 30 to 25 years ago, pipe dream. And ever since then, every voice was like, you're fucking nut. But when you put that practice in every day, you lace them up. And I don't mean run. It's just a metaphor for life. When you lace them motherfuckers up every day, pretty soon you win. Pretty soon you'll fucking win. There's so much peace in knowing what I've accomplished and what I've done. I found peace years ago. Years ago. In the battle, you find peace. When you go to war with yourself, you find a lot of peace because you know exactly who you are. And that is where the peace is really found for me.